This woman's early life reads like a novel with lots of drama, tragedy, trials, triumphs, and an incredible amount of courage. But Elizabeth Keckly beat many odds and built a business and career for herself that would take her all the way to the White House. Keckly was born in the 1800s, which also meant in the US she was born a slave. However, her mother taught her to read and to sew, a skill that helped her save up enough money to buy her and her son's freedom. Keckly was a skilled dressmaker whose style was sophisticated and streamlined. She was known for fit and her ability to drape fabric. In her autobiography, she stated, "When my reputation was once established, I never lacked for orders. With my needle, I kept bread in the mouths of 17 persons for 2 years and 5 months." But besides her dressmaking skills, all of us fashion entrepreneurs can take a page from her book on networking. When she eventually moved to Washington, D.C., her networking skills helped her score many of DC's white elite as her clientele and eventually land the coveted position of Mary Todd Lincoln's modista, which, given the breadth of what she did for her, by today's standards, she'd be considered her stylist. Keckly dressed Mary Todd Lincoln daily, complete with accessories, jewelry, and hairstyling. Eventually, she became one of Lincoln's closest confidants. That is until Keckly wrote her memoir. Lincoln felt betrayed afterwards and cut off any contact with her. It also affected her business because many of her clients distanced themselves. Keckly eventually accepted a position as the head of the Department of Sewing and Domestic Science Arts at Ohio's Wilberforce University, one of the country's first Black universities. Years later, she would return to Washington and lived out the last of her years in the National Home for Destitute Colored Women and Children. Now, I know I focused mostly on her fashion and business skills, but Elizabeth Keckly's full story is so interesting. She was instrumental in helping formerly enslaved men and women who had escaped the South during the Civil War, as well as helping to get women in the workforce. So if you have some time, I invite you to research her and even read this incredible woman's memoir.